MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Candace. And out of the box, I have to ask you.
What?
Do you believe in this hocus pocus Friday the 13th stuff?
I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that.
Well, you wore black.
I know. Well, I got a little brightness going on with it. So
I told Candace I didn't realize it was Black Friday, or I wore my actual black shirt instead of this calm down black.
I will say the other day I was driving and a black cat shot across the road in front of me, and I was like, really? So I don't know. I don't think I mean.
That's where people go to Xing windshields, turning their hats backwards, and beating on wood anywhere they can find it to try to stop the curse. Mm-hmm. But
let's hope it's a good day, though.
We do.
Yeah.
Leave home early. There's still fog lingering. We'll look at that here in just a moment to show you all about that. So much to do this weekend, and there is also the possibility of severe weather today, but it's going to be the west of Meridian. So we should be good here, but we want to make sure that you understand that just not too far from here, it won't be as good for those folks.
Yeah.
Let's see. The forecast involved fog, rain, and sunshine. Oh, yeah, that's the average Mississippi day.
Yeah. It was foggy this morning. I mean, it really was. It got foggy last night pretty early.
It hadn't quite left the area. Let's go over and pull up radar. Let's just give you a rundown of what we're expecting with weather today as we pull it up and we go back to Meridian Honda radar. Here we go. As we zoom in on this, Lauderdale County, the northeastern corner, Toomsuba, all these areas still have heavy fog, even up into Kemper County as we look at Highway 45. That stretch, when you get to 2 Mile Bottom before you get into Portable, is going to be thick. Now, this stretches over to York. Still a lot of fog at Livingston, Alabama at the university. But we've got it here. And mostly, as we turn on locations, if you come this across and look at this, Northeast High School still has it out at Russell Christian, and then it gets heavier right there at Toomsuba. And then by the time you get to Ralph Morgan's house, it's going to be thicker. Mm-hmm. You might not even quite see the old Cefco sitting out there in the distance.
Yeah, make sure you have your lights on your vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let's talk about some of the weather that's going to be happening today. As I briefly mentioned, out to our west today, there's the chance of severe weather. Mm-hmm. This is what it looks like here. As I'll turn that, we can see that a little bit better. It's going to be following this line in Leake, Scott County, and then to Smith County. Now, a little bit right there is going to hit on the western side of Newton County. Not bad, but a portion of the county. All of this back toward Vicksburg into Alexandria, Louisiana, and that's going to be until about 8 o'clock tonight, beginning at 1. Look at how much rain could happen there.
So are we going to be seeing that move our way?
No, it's going to stay to the west of us. We'll only have a 20% chance of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Not anything bad for us, but if you travel to Jackson, you're going to be involved in this. And let's just look at our severe weather for today as we pull this up. This is the line that you can see a little bit better than that radar of what they were putting out. Just halfway down the state is how it looks.
Goodness.
And
that's odd.
It is.
Kind of,
You get in here.
We get it in our direction after that,
Right. And let's pull this on where you can actually see that better. Mm-hmm. As we zoom in here right past Newton, you get in here and you turn on these locations and you'll look at this. Highway 80 there, right past the split, all there at Lawrence at the post office is going to be under that. And also Conahatta, y'all will be in the level 1 of getting some storms. And this follows Edinburgh, y'all will, and southward here into Smith County, Lewin, Montrose, these areas here will. But as you see, the Meridian area, it'll be all right. It's far from us there. But we want to keep everybody that's west of us in mind of what kind of weather they've got coming up.
Right. We were in the grocery store yesterday evening, and I mean, the bottom fell out. It was so much rain.
It was.
And I thought, oh, goodness, our little tomato plants, I hope they'll make it through it, But, yeah.
The things that worry Candace.
Well,
tomato plants.
we planted like 25. I mean, I don't want them beat down.
Am I the only person, or did y'all hear this? And since Angie's got her favorite chickens that run around with her all day, I hadn't paid it much attention. Eggs up like 150, 120% somewhere along in there? Have eggs skyrocketed that much?
That's one of the things I don't really check the price on. I just grab them and go. But I mean, like,
When they
everything else has gone up, so I'm sure it probably has,
They ask for your arm and leg, you'll start paying attention, won't you?
Yeah. I mean, normally I do pay attention to stuff, but I guess usually eggs are just not really expensive, and so I just grab them and go. But Angie gave me some eggs the other day.
Get out of here. Her and her special egg
really
collection.
Mm-hmm. She gets like a dozen a day, I think.
She's big into this egg thing. I'm like, she's turned in I call her the chicken woman now, my wife.
Yeah. Chicken lady.
When she gets a project, she just goes hog wild, so to speak. Doesn't back off. She's all into that.
I think it's great. I wish I had some chickens at home.
A lot of people saying their gardens really appreciated all the rain yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping we would get, because I had also put some sod down around my flower beds and stuff, and it looked like it was just, crispy looking.
The last time I actually bought a thing when I was sent to town and looked, it was $2 and something. Okay. Mike Brantley says average egg a dozen, $4.69.
That is high.
Backyard chickens are the thing now.
Yes.
Wow. So now I know. Mm-hmm. That is expensive. Things are. Who do we got to thank? Oh, let's look toward Washington, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I think we all know where that is. $4.88 is what Christina says she paid for a dozen eggs. Let's just go ahead and say $5 by the time you hit tax on that. $5 a dozen. Does
anybody on milk? I mean, what's it? Because it was high anyway.
I don't know, but I'm thinking of a, what do you call it?
You getting a cow now?
No. I'm going to have black market eggs, selling them out my trunk.
Well, let me just tell you formula.
Now,
we need to get on that.
Well, I've got a bunch of information on formula of what's going on with that this morning that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Serious business. So y'all remind us we need to tell you about that. Let's see. There's a lot going on in Meridian today. Don't forget, absentee voting is up. If you're going to be out of town, check your schedule. I spoke with Donna Gill. And here we go over to sammedia.network here. This is coming up June the 7th. Republican primary. If you're voting Democrat, don't worry, there's only one election. You will go in November. But if you're going to be out of town and you're going to vote for this, make sure to come on by, fill it out for vacations, whatever it is.
Right.
And they'll help you fill out all the paperwork to get that taken care of. That way your vote counts.
It's very, very important, yes.
They give you a little sticker, I think. It says, I've done it. We don't do it quite like everybody else, do we? Let's see, yesterday afternoon, as you brought up that rain that came through, I got several pictures of this. This is there at Northeast Park. Look at those clouds.
Yeah. It was some...
North Park Church, look at here.
It was like the sunset mixed with like dark clouds. But it was a lot of pink in the sky last night. It was really interesting.
It's gorgeous. Now, I got to come in and spend a little time with a few folks last night. I was headed down to the Budweiser get-together to see the Clydesdale, and I couldn't leave because it looked like weather was going to get bad, and it did. Yeah. We had several thunderstorm warnings break out yesterday afternoon in Neshoba County, and also a little bit there in Newton over in that corner over there. Pee-wee sent us this yesterday afternoon out at Pee-wee's Muffler. Look here, we had right there. Let me zoom in where you can see it a little bit better. That's the hail that came down, Highway 19 South. I got pictures, I want to say, from Clark County. I got those videos up. It did. It tapping on cars everywhere.
The thunder and stuff, and a little bit of lightning here and there. It was rolling yesterday.
Now, as we get ready for the parade tonight, and let's talk about that, of what's going to be. Let me find the pictures of the Budweiser Clydesdale. Here we go. This is coming to town. As we pull this up, a parade. Don't y'all love parades?
Yes.
It's happening this afternoon at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
The Clydesdale will be there. This will kick off as we get ready for this at the 3-Foot Hotel.
I need to take Alden to see that. He's got ball practice this evening, but we might have to hit that right before ball practice because we don't have to be there till 6.
Right. Now, it'll be a lot of fun. That will block some streets off. And with that being said, and again, on Sunday, they'll have one horse out in front of the brick house, 2 to 4. Let's see. Let's go back over here and look at the schedule of the streets that are going to be closed, because tomorrow also is the 3-Foot Festival.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of folks of y'all crammed in the streets of Meridian.
It is. It's going to be a good weekend, too.
Now, did you go last year? Because that was really our first adventure to get outside.
No, I don't know what we were doing, but every time there's some kind of an event, we either have ball or something. So I did not get to go. And I love stuff like that because... Did they not? Is it kind of like they incorporated the art in the park stuff and just do it downtown now. You know how we used to have art in the park?
I remember art in the park, but does it have any? I don't know if they.
I don't know, but
have no clue on that. I just know it's Threefoot Festival. And
there's lots of stuff down there to see, though.
This is the streets that will be closed off from First Street all the way around 22nd Avenue, Constitution Avenue, to where people can walk around and not worry about being bumped. I'm sure someone knows the answer to that. Of arts in the park is gone. It would be gun in a park. Is what it would be called now if you were out there.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Let's hope that'll turn around and change one day.
I'm gonna wait here, and I'm gonna send you out there with a phone. You just give me little updates how that's going.
Yeah, sure.
I feel safer sitting here. Mm-hmm. And we're rebuilding a building out there, if I'm not mistaken. The city is. So, but if y'all know about that, and I'm not up to date. I think the term or the name Arts in the Park faded away some years ago. We had several accidents throughout the area yesterday. We're going to talk about those next. Don't rush off. We'll show you some pictures. Show, not so. Isn't it funny how you get tongue-tied?
I know.
You just roll with it and keep going. So that's up next, all right here with Scotty Ray and Candace.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. Accidents happen, but getting you everything you deserve may not happen without an experienced law firm on your side.
From the moment you call, we go to work.
Investigating responsibly while keeping you updated constantly.
We're available 24 hours a day, so don't wait.
For more than 30 years, we've helped get our injured clients' medical bills paid
And fought to get them the most money possible. Remember, one call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. As Maureen tells us what a crowd the Threefoot Festival had last year.
Mm-hmm. She said 7,000 people attended last year.
Yeah. I'm thinking Donna Jill counted them all. That girl is good with numbers, let me tell you. But that is
a lot
large.
of people, though. Yeah, that's great for Meridian.
We probably can kind of bank on that for this year.
Mm-hmm.
So get out and enjoy yourself.
And if I was going to be, able to come, I'd come.
It's called you change your plans there, Candace.
I can't change
Sure.
that one. No, I can't.
As I mentioned, yesterday we had wrecks throughout the area. The eastbound lane of I-20 was another one. And as I pull this, and I did show this morning, but this is worth going back and revisiting because they walked away with minor injuries, minor. And to be able to walk away from this would be, it's a gift from God as we look at that. Look at this.
That's a blessing right there.
Traffic was halted a couple hours there as they dug these, and it ended up being two different wrecks all at the same place. This was one of those that happened as we, I think I got some more pictures here also that dealt with this as they were picking it up. Here's the other wreck of the two cars, and it just slowed things down. Now, the other wreck that we had was over at Pelahatchie. When you came to Morton, the road was shut down. And this happened at 10 o'clock when I went to bed. It was still blocked. So sometime after 10 p.m., the highway was open. But let's look at what actually happened there. It was two 18-wheelers. Fuel spilled, and that's where everything changed when you have to bring in emergency management for everything to be shut down. Look at this. Now, this is the after effect of the fire. As we look here, as they were trying to calm this down, and it had some chemicals somewhere. But it knocked the cab of the truck completely off.
My goodness.
Just horrifying there. Look at that.
That would take a while to clean up. because that metal would be hot for a while, I would imagine.
I would also think that you have to inspect the bridge after that to make sure that nothing was damaged on that also. So that plays a part in before a road can be opened back up. But numerous wrecks of that, and I got them from all over the area. And as always, if you encounter something, shoot that to us. There's tons more. I can't speak this morning. Tons more pictures of that on the site that you can take a look at today.
There's been so many wrecks lately.
It has been. I spoke with Eric Clark several times yesterday. Let's see here. I got a note. We got a shutdown. Tax collector's office is flooded due to a bathroom on the second floor. The office will be closed. Major damage to the ceiling and computers. Probably 1 to 2 inches of water in their office closed till further notice. Lobby coming into the courthouse is also flooded that ran out of the tax collector's office. So this is breaking news here.
Goodness.
So
what about the absentee stuff?
That's down the hall.
Okay.
So it's just going to be the tax collector's office. So it's just directly above it where you go get your tag and pay your land taxes.
If I'm not mistaken, in there, there's a door right there at it to where you don't have to go through the lobby and stuff like the major to get to the.
You can come in the front of the courthouse and take a right to go into her office. And then there's another door to come in where you do your absentee on the other hall.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that that's the Darcy. You tell me if that is the case. And I'll try to get everything hooked up and see if she wants to talk to us about this and give us a little bit more information as to what's going on there. Boy, that's serious. So if you're going down to buy a tag, hang on, that's not happening right now.
Gosh, damage to the computers. Let's hope that
it's got a backup.
Step up too bad.
But that's always expensive when you get a leak like that. That's rough on everything.
You never know too. These older buildings and all that, you never know.
Those old leaks are bad. There's no other way to word that.
Now, when they get the other built down by where the old mall was, isn't that where that's going?
Yeah, that's where it's going to be built.
Everything, right?
Yes, from the courthouse. Now, also the sheriff's department will be at the old Winn-Dixie building that is to the right of there.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind also. That's serious, though.
That is. I'm just hope nobody, has been hurt or anything. Because, ceilings those tiles can fall if it gets damaged.
Yeah, I'm sure when they walked in, everything was just...
goodness.
And as they've said many times, the courthouse is in bad shape.
Yeah.
A little bit of a leak has caused major money damage.
Goodness.
All right. We also, the Neshoba County Sheriff's Department, as I was mentioning there, I talked to Eric several times yesterday. The day before, today is Friday, Thursday, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, probably Thursday, that they had someone outrun the law on a motorcycle. And when I say outrun, it got to a speed where the deputies felt we got to back off, someone's going to get hurt. 125 to 150 miles an hour.
On a motorcycle.
Yeah, that is dangerous. As we go back here, an arrest was made as they got the tag number. An arrest warrant was issued by a Neshoba County judge, and Joshua Dahl of Collinsville turned himself in after that was issued to Neshoba County deputies. He faces numerous traffic violations, including felony fleeing, which is a very serious charge. He was released on $10,000 bond yesterday. Again, he's from the Collinsville area there. Thankfully, no one was hurt during that. Something bad could have happened. We just don't want things like that happening.
125 to 150 miles an hour. That is ridiculously. That's
it is
very dangerous. Yeah.
And we'll be getting a mugshot and all that. As Eric just texted me, said he's sending that. We'll add that to the website. We can take a look at all of this as it was processed there in Neshoba County. Thankfully, again, everybody was safe. And we have, it's more of those go on than you realize of chases and this, that, and the other that do happen that deputies are in pursuit of.
Yeah, I don't understand why people just don't pull over. And I know a lot of them are already had charges, probably pending against them or something, and they...
You bring it up. I read this morning where a bucket list. This was not here. Her bucket list was to go to jail. So what did she do? She tried to outrun the law. And she got cuffed and stuff. Her bucket list has been fulfilled.
Oh, yeah, that'd be on my bucket list, let me tell you.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
I just can't.
Did she have shooting herself in the foot on her bucket list, too? Yeah.
Go ahead and do that for yourself. Let's see what else we've got going on. This has happened twice, and I asked for prayers on this. This is a part of our community. The lady that lived here rented the home. And with this, no renter's insurance, as I'm learning, it caught fire again this morning. It happened yesterday as we pull this up. Right there. A structure fire at 39th Street. This was the 2700 block of 39th Street. Again, lose everything you have in just a moment there.
Yeah. A lot of people might not think you need or wouldn't even think to get renter's insurance, but it really,
Get it? We don't know how the fire started. I'm sure fire marshals will be involved. And then what caused it to fire back up this morning?
But she wasn't injured.
No, she was not injured. I don't think she was at home. Thank goodness.
That's the main thing, yeah. But, yeah, that is awful to lose everything you have.
The old saying of, you can replace everything. But, boy, trying to replace it's a whole different ballgame, y'all. So help where you can. If you know them, give to them because it would be greatly appreciated. Also tomorrow, as you're getting ready to go downtown, throw all your junk in the back of your truck that you can't go throw in a dumpster. What I mean by that, tomorrow is Hazardous Waste Day. Now, you can get rid of aerosol cans, paint thinners, if you've got old car batteries, maybe motor oil, pesticides that's been sitting around for years. Lauderdale County Agri Center is where you can take it from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. Because they don't want you throwing this just in the garbage.
Right. Candace's driveway is just out of the question.
I did. Speaking of garbage, I came home yesterday and the wind must have got up so high at our house. It just blew the blue garbage cans, just blew them right off of the little stand thing they were on. Those things are heavy.
They are.
And it's been some high winds. We had limbs down in the road, big limbs. So
it will interfere with your day.
Yeah.
I try to, and I'm one of those, if I don't do it the day of garbage day, go picking it up, it won't get done for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
I have to get myself on that schedule, go down and get it. And always remember, if you've got a long driveway, you can hook the blue garbage can on your ball of the back of your pickup truck or car that you pull trailers with. Just set it on it and you drag it to the house.
Yeah. If you have one. Don't be like trying to set it up on the back of your trunk. That probably is not going to stay.
Now, as we move to some national headlines, we had a co-worker that came out publicly that worked with the Alabama jailer, Vicky White. They said she was really smart. We got a different side of that story this morning as the sheriff says, not so smart. She was not. He says that the guy in jail planned the whole thing. He said there's no way that she could have done it. And he says she's not confident enough. She could not have done it.
How could he plan it? I guess he could plan it.
Well, how were they having a fleeing up in the jail, you might ask?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Happens more than you think.
Maybe he had outside sources. He could have had one of those little, what do you call them? Well, it's a cell phone, but they sneak it in. Contraband.
I'm thinking of that song, and we're going to ask Candace to sing it now. What was it called? Secret Lovers. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that song.
I'm trying to think of the group that does Secret Lovers.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the
They
group.
were probably humming that all up down the hall.
Yeah, probably so.
And I'm also betting that other inmates knew about it, but they were scared to talk about it.
Yeah, somebody had to have seen something, like seen some kind of little...
And how do you keep from getting on camera with a secret love affair like that in a jailhouse?
I don't know.
Things that make you go, But he says that it just wasn't there. And as we saw, she got her last words in of yelling at him there.
That's what
As she died, you had to pick the 6 motel. And then she cussed him.
Yeah. And then it made you wonder, but they did do an autopsy and found out she did.
Yes.
She did.
And let me address
end
this.
her own life.
Because I see this a lot locally. Family members, when all this, there's no way that she done this. There's no way she escaped with him. Yes, there was. And this happened. I see this on a local level when someone gets arrested and there's no way he'd have done that. No, get rid of that. Oh, well, they did do it. Yeah.
People have a way of, some people have a way of just totally, no, I'm not like that.
Sure.
Be pointing at me. No, there are some people, though, that will just totally blow your mind
manipulate?
about how manipulative. I'll get that word out. They are.
I mean, she had me convinced she could make banana pudding until I tried it. And I was, Candace, you need to go back in there.
Tried any of my banana pudding.
But that does happen. Y'all think of that now.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard that? No, they wouldn't have done that.
How many times have people said, "Oh, not my child. My child would not do that." I'm the type mama that if you know your child well enough, you know your child is.
That's right.
So I'm like, yeah, mine might have done something like that.
And let me explain that to a bigger problem. You'll have a 40-year-old that doesn't have a job, doesn't want a job because you kept saying they wasn't guilty. No, he wouldn't do that. He ain't working. He's doing drugs, and you're having to support him.
Yeah.
He still ain't guilty, or she, whatever the case is. That happens in life. What's the term I'm thinking of? They call it tough love. Sometimes you have to draw a line and be a parent.
Right.
Do that, or a grandparent.
Tough love's hard, I'm going to tell you. It really is.
Sometimes a light switch is the only way you can help that.
Tough love as a parent will break your heart, but at the same time, sometimes it's the best thing. So, I don't know.
And another news, this is just sadness as we find out now, and I'm glad the family stepped up and told us what happened so that it wouldn't be a lot of guesses.
Yeah.
But the Judds have spoken out.
Ashley Judd I think she had an interview. Who was it with yesterday?
I don't know.
She had an interview with someone yesterday and told exactly what had happened.
Good Morning America is where she was.
I think she had gone downstairs to answer the door and I guess heard the gunshot go off or found her mother, and her mother had shot her.
A neighbor had come over. She went outside, spoke to him, came back, and found her in the bedroom on the floor.
Awful.
Horrible, horrible. But now we know it was mentally. Who would have known that was going on? And as we look at Tom T. Halton, the list of others who have done this, that you don't know what they're living with.
And she did it the day before they were going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. Is that right?
Yes. And it makes you wonder, was it the pressure of that? Was it the pressure of the tour that put her over the edge?
It's just sad. We've spoke about it before about depression and stuff, and it's a sad situation. But a lot of people are going through it. A lot of people you don't even know are going through it just because they have a smile on their face every day when you see them. And it's some of the people that are going through major depression seem like the happiest people. You would never know it. And it is sad. So.
As we look at this, LaDonna tells us, as we go back to the Alabama thing, that the inmates have said, nanny, nanny, boo-boo, I'm telling on you. He was getting extra food and other little privileges that the other inmates didn't get.
Sounds like it.
If I get arrested, you've got to become a jailer so I can get more food. I cannot imagine being sent off that way. That would be that'd be the end of me. I couldn't handle that. Had plenty of time to plan all that. Robin Williams, as they're looking at the suicide remarks there.
That's kind of what I was thinking of too. I remember when he committed suicide. That was like a shocker because you just would never think.
He was America's funny man.
Yeah, I mean, you just wouldn't think. Even he would have interviews on like the Tonight Show and just different things, and just seemed always just a jokester all the time. But some people do that just to hide how they normally really feel. Yes,
and that's true.
If you know anybody that is going through some depression, or if you even like suspect, just see if they would like to talk or something. I mean, because you don't always have to tell people what you think they need to do. Sometimes they just need an ear to listen, to vent. So.
Absolutely. Hey, I looked it up, and I was right on eggs. 161%. I'm looking at it here. Grain has jumped 41%. The cost of inflation just keeps going higher and higher. Wholesale in general is 11%. But eggs holding the number one slot, 161%. Those chickens are valuable now.
Goodness.
We may have spent $8,000 on a chicken coop and 4 chickens, but hey, free eggs now.
Yeah.
I'll divide it out later and tell my wife what it cost us.
Gosh.
She's happy, so that's all that matters. I think she's got what has she got, an 80 by 80 chicken coop?
That she built, right?
Yeah. I don't know how big it is, but it is rather
nice.
large.
It's nice. And doesn't she have like a little automatic door that when the chickens come up to the door, it opens?
She does all that kind of stuff.
Got a high-tech chicken coop.
I keep away from her chicken. She's got like this favorite chicken that rides the golf cart.
Yeah. Look, I would be fine with chickens. I think it would be fun.
Can you step in something?
No, not that. Just until I walk in there and find a chicken snake. one of those long, big old
Right,
long snakes that get in there, and that's when Candace would come flying out
There you go.
with the chicken.
Let's take a minute and go downtown. Where are we going? 49th Avenue is where we'll head as we jump over to the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They got pine straw. If you're going to be working outside this weekend, drop in, see what they have to offer. It's so much going on at the Farm Supply that you can find. They've got a lot of sod. If you're replacing something that's died, maybe it needs a little extra things that are missing. Spring, well, it's about over. Summertime is here.
Yeah.
As we keep going with shrubs and flowers, anything to give curb appeal to your home. That's what they've got for you there. And, of course, inside you'll find plenty of T-shirts and things to keep cool as the warm weather is upon us. Shirts, caps, blue jeans, maybe you need that. Maybe some overalls, comfortable shoes, and work boots. They've got all of that kind of combined there, from Twisted X to the great brands like Georgia and Ariat. All right there in one place. You'll find that in the shoe department over there. Dog toys, pet supplies. If your dog is getting a special kind of food, they can get that, along with a skillet for your husband, along with horse and cattle feed. Kind of all goes together.
Skillet for your husband. In what kind of way? Is he cooking? Or are you after him?
Never know. Guns, ammo, they've got the whole thing covered for you. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151. They've been there since 1932. Visit them today. You'll find exactly what you're looking for. Drop in and visit with them. You'll be glad you did. As the days get hotter, Sanders Gas reminds you to get your air conditioner tuned up. Sanders Gas can repair or replace your whole unit, whichever you need. Talk to Sanders about a tankless water heater now and never run out of hot water. Find out how easy and affordable it is to cook on gas stoves. And those backyard barbecues are coming. Don't run out of gas. Get yours refilled today. Sanders Gas, since 1946, 611 26th Avenue South, 601-693-4054.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install, or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs, from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace, and a lot of comments this morning. Love them skillets there.
I know. Goodness.
Let's see here. Denise was saying that the average, if you go buy chicken now, like through a line there, up to $22 for an 8-piece. Woohoo!
You know, you could get like a bag of frozen chicken breast at the grocery store, and it was, I want to say maybe $20-something. It's like $36 or $38 now, frozen chicken breast in a bag. But even just the whole chickens, like $10-12, you know.
$30 at another place to get a family meal if you go through the drive-in with food. We're looking at this. Morning from Philadelphia. Hey there. Jenny McKay, glad to see you joining us there.
Yeah.
Prices are high right now, and again, it's all about how you vote. You'll get a chance to do that, and people do. I don't care how you slice this, what political affiliation you have, which party it is, you vote by your wallet. Mm-hmm. Whether, if you were a Republican and gas prices are high, you'd probably vote the other way.
Yeah.
Expect something to change. Well,
go ahead. I was just going to say, it's just so aggravating when you see this press secretary get up there to answer questions, and she just very nonchalant. Oh,
Just a brand new one. I hadn't even watched her yet.
No, this is still the Jen Psaki.
Oh, she's gone.
I know, but they had her on just the other day, and they were asking her about prices, and she just kind of just blows it off like it's not a big deal. And maybe it's not to these people that's making six figures up in Washington.
Yeah, millions.
Right, but for people who are just trying to make it every day, it's a big impact, on these families. So.
Major. All right, let's take a trip. Let's reminisce a little bit this morning and take a look at what went on today. 1920. I always looked at this woman as being harsh. As a kid, she scared me. And when they brought up the word Betsy Ross, I thought, what'd she do to Betsy? I was a little kid, but that was in the theme music. B. Arthur was born on this day. Mm-hmm. She was a tall woman.
She was. And very funny to me, I think, on the Golden Girls. She and her mother on there just really made the show.
So do you have any history of watching Maude? Do you even remember that?
I did watch it a few times.
I always wanted to pay $10 to see if Archie could whoop her.
Something about her, I don't know why, reminds me of Phyllis Diller. You remember Phyllis Diller?
Yeah, I remember Phyllis.
Except Phyllis Diller's hair was always a little
Now,
wild.
I don't know this for a fact, but correct me if I'm wrong. Was Maude kind of liberal? I get that feeling that she might have been from her portrayals that she had. I don't think she liked guns. I thought, yeah, look at there. 1938, this old boy, I really liked him. I thought he'd done better than Chester. He would be known as Newley. Does anybody know that? Buck Taylor, you may not know, but he's having a birthday today. Remember? Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
Newley. I always liked the part that he played. Born in 38 on this date, one of the greatest TV shows that was ever played. Did you watch the movie La Bamba?
I did, years ago, a long time ago.
And you got to say Lou Diamond Phillips played that part really, really, really well. With a guy that it was done about, Richie Valens, was born on this date. He took a singing career from, poor is not the word that this guy was, pulled himself up, was making something really big, and then he would die in that airplane crash, along with the Big Bopper and also Buddy Holly. But La Bamba was good. If you've never watched that movie, sit down and do that sometime.
Yes, good movie. It really is.
Bill says very liberal on Maude. I thought so. I was a kid, but I caught up on that also. Dub Taylor. All right, Denise says Buck Taylor's father was Dub Taylor. Remind me who Dub Taylor was. I should know that. I know that, but it's not clicking with me. Listen to me this morning. The name Sam Anderson, which I have just misspelled, that I just noticed on the screen when it pops up, is supposed to say Anderson. Perfect Strangers. This guy was on there, but he was in so many other shows that I can't name. But this is the guy. He had a birthday today.
Yeah, I remember him, and I can't remember the exact. It says Forrest Gump.
Yeah, he was the principal. So maybe that's where it clicks, and I go, yeah, that's where I knew him from.
Yeah, he came to visit Forrest's mom.
Yeah, your mama. Your mama really cared. And that was this. Yeah, your mama cares about your education, son.
Yeah.
1950, he also would take a career and become something that most go, well, I've got a handicap. That didn't stop him. We're talking about Stevie Wonder. He was born on this date, and he went on to do lots of great things.
I wonder if that was his real name, or was that like a stage name?
Don't know. I don't know a lot about Stevie. I only know that one song by him. Let's see here. 1961, one of my favorite actors of the old times. Gary Cooper was born on this date, passed away in 1961 on this date. Of course, he would play Sergeant York and many, many other parts there. He was good at what he done.
There was another Gary Cooper, wasn't it? Years later? I thought he was the one that was married to the Mabry girl that was from Mississippi that won Miss America. I thought that's what his name was, but I might be wrong.
Gary somebody.
I thought it was Cooper. But
it could be.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought there was another one.
Possibly there. I don't know the answer. So,
goodness.
Let's see here. Laurie White, she was a singer, Lead Me Not Into Temptation. She had a lot of others. She was good. She was so talented. And she would have the cameo appearance at the end of Wilson. Do y'all remember that scene where he's been on that island there the whole time with that little ball named Wilson? And he delivers it. And this would be the scene. This is where you would know her from. Right there as he delivered that ball. But she was such a great country singer. She would die of cancer. Short-lived and such a talent. She even done some duets with Travis Tritt. Let's see. This guy, when I first heard his name, I thought, well, somebody coming from rock and roll again? No, it can't be. And was I shocked when I heard him do it? And I'm talking Darius Rucker. That boy's good.
He is. He is good. He's got that southern sound, though, when he sings.
Gary Collins is who you're talking about.
Okay. It's not Gary Cooper, Gary Collins.
I can see the misunderstanding.
Just kind of like
Collins,
you with the
Cooper.
Hepburn lady, yeah.
Hey, at least mine had the same last name.
Well, mine has the same first name. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I couldn't register. I could see. It seems like Gary Collins used to be on a talk show like Good Morning America or something.
He was on some kind of a
game show.
Something. Yeah.
She was a beautiful woman.
Yeah. She's from Mississippi.
Need more of those. 1967, I wasn't around, but you might have been. Walked into a grocery store and looked at the TV guide. Who was on it today? Samantha.
That's right. Elizabeth Montgomery.
Twinkle, twinkle. that little sound that we all heard for years. She was on the cover of the TV Guide today. Oh, wait a minute. And I hate I hadn't got this. Maybe it would help all of us. Let me pull this back up because I didn't catch it when I first saw it. Mm-hmm. At the top of the page, Hollywood's 2 best remedies for baldness. I don't think they discovered what it was in 67 or we'd all have hair today.
I don't know. You remember the guy that had the spray stuff? You spray it on.
Color of your hair?
Yeah. And it
like
was
spray paint?
It was like fibers that they... Don't you know that, like, if you get out in the rain, that must be running down your head?
Well, I did see Rudy Giuliani sweating a lot and his hair color running down his face, and it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Bless his heart.
Yes, goodness. He must have had some of that Rue Rent stuff in his hair.
And you were right. Here's your answer to Stevie Wonder. J.T. Rigdon looked it up and tells us right here.
Okay.
His name is Stephen Hardway Morris.
I thought Stevie Wonder would be an odd name to...
Great stage name.
Mm-hmm, it is.
This next guy, we lost him at the age of 39. He was probably one of the most lovable characters that ever graced television. You grow to love him. He always had a smile. He was like the big brother that you didn't have if you got into a tight. You'd want him to protect you. We lost Dan Blocker on this day in 1972. Now, I don't know his name, but if you've ever seen his son, he couldn't deny him. He looks just like him, sounds like him.
Really?
Just
he played,
amazing.
Hoss, is that right?
Sure did. Hoss Cartwright. Had a big heart. It was a great show with him. I enjoyed watching that. Let's see what else happened today. 1975, one of the greatest there ever was. He's still known as the king of Western swing. We lost him on this day in 1975. Bob Wills passed away.
Goodness.
He was good. Liked him a lot there. Let's see. Oh, the last one of these. It would be a spinoff of the the $6 Million Man. Anybody remember this TV show?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Lindsay Wagner, the Bonnie woman.
Yeah. You know how when they'd run, it could...
That's kind of like when a shoe
motion.
is coming flying across the room at you and it's slow motion.
Yeah. Kind of like when I was flying up, like running up the deck and my toe caught the top step and I went falling down, and it was kind of like that slow motion fall till I hit the deck.
Good. And then it's all over there.
It
Hurts.
was all over, but the laughing then, not the crying.
JT gives us the name of Blocker. Dirk Blocker is his name. And he does look like him.
I have to look him up.
Yeah. Appreciate the comment y'all adding to this. Really helps out. And you're right, Denise. She was a beautiful woman, Denise. Dirk Blocker. 1981, I remember when this happened. And this would probably set the tone of anybody riding in a convertible ever again. As the Pope, well, if you want to go to the bad place, just fire a shot at the Pope.
Yeah.
And that's what they done today. John Paul II was shot. In the back of a Jeep, open. Looked like they had to learn their lesson from the 60s there with JFK not to do that.
Maybe they had a bucket list. That was on their bucket.
Could have been.
That'll get you a day in the...
Ooh.
Longer in the slammer.
As Eddie Murphy used to Eddie Murphy done a skit about that. He goes, if you want to go to hell, he said, what do you do? He said, you shoot the Pope.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's like the Hell Express.
Yeah, you go on.
He said, you bypass anything else. He was joking, but that's a naughty thing to do.
Yeah.
1983, Knots Landing would come to an end. Did you watch that?
I did. Every week, my grandmother watched it. That with Dynasty and all the other ones, Falcon Crest.
And let me just be honest about this. I looked at Gary, the other Ewing boy, as well, the wimp of the family.
Yeah, he never really fit in. Now, wasn't that Lucy's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played Lucy's dad on Dallas.
So when they had that spinoff, I thought, well, I don't like him as a character here. Why would I like him? I never watched it. But it was big. A lot of folks watched it. This guy made headlines during the pandemic. Who am I talking about? Morgan Wallen was born on this date, and boy, he sells some albums now. He's like it in country music. I don't listen to his stuff, but he's big. 2019, we would lose another famous person. Do y'all remember this young lady, Doris Day? We lost her on this date.
Goodness.
A lot of days there, I know, but she was a sweetheart. Also in 2008, I got this kind of out of order. We would get our first stamp from Frank Sinatra. And yes, I got that misspelled too. Snap. How do you say that?
I don't even know.
Where are you?
I thought, Scotty Ray, when you
What?
got the cataract surgery, all the misspelled stuff was going to stop.
Well, it's this keyboard. I'll get and I never look up. Where are you when I need you to double check?
You're in a hurry. I'm going to have to proofread everything.
We're way out of order. Let's go back to 2004, the last episode. I love this show. It was so funny, and it was the last episode today. Eddie, we wouldn't see him anymore after today.
Yeah.
Dr. Fraser Crane's brother, maybe? Is that what you'd call him?
I guess.
Because he was daddy's dog.
Yeah. You know, when this show was on and this dog was the Jack Russell Terriers were super popular.
They were.
Don't you know, everybody wanted one of the little brown and white Jack Russell Terriers. And we had one at the time also.
And Niles actually had the hots for the, whatever her name was. That was good. That was really a good show that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
More coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace. Y'all stay close. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike and Jake have years of experience of dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
The Golden Apple Award, presented by MeTV, EMEPA, the Meridian Star, and our partners in education. Nominate your favorite teacher at twinstates.news.
Woo, I got hit buttons to come back, or we don't appear. We just got another note from the Lauderdale County Courthouse, and if you're just tuning in, don't know about this, the tax collector's office was damaged by water this morning from a leaking bathroom above. And Dara Spidel just texted me back, and she said that the flood came from Judge Primo's bathroom on the second floor. The office is a mess. No working computers at all in the building. So you can't pay your taxes, can't get a tag. It's going to cause a rump row for a little while as they try to fix this. Hopefully everything will be back in order by Monday. We'll write up a news story. We'll get this to where you can actually read it. I'll talk to Doris more here in just a little while as we get all this straightened out.
Yes.
And I know people are just dying to go give their money away to the tax man.
I'm sure they're real disappointed they got to wait a little bit
Can I use
longer.
this excuse for the next few weeks?
I know. But look, we want to say a good luck to the Red West 8U softball girls from Collinsville. They're going to be playing in the championship playoffs against Enterprise tonight and tomorrow. And we want to give them a big good luck. And Tiffany Gordon sent this in, that Juliana Gordon and her teammates are going to be playing in that. So good luck, girls. Hope y'all do very, very good.
Yeah. Bring home a win for us there.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen often. I'm getting tongue-tied more and more.
I know I was getting a little tongue-tied.
But when it does, you really want to recognize people that take care of their employees. And we go to Las Vegas now, and we give a that-a-boy to the CEO of the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas. Now, what that is a strip resort. It's just along the strip. Don't take that wrong.
Yeah.
But they gave each one of their employees a $5,000 bonus. They had $27 million. They had a great year. They took $27 million, put it to the side, divided it out, and gave each employee a $5,000 bonus.
That would be super nice.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
that
so
was very
good.
nice of them.
It was a company not long ago, a couple of years back, that made millions extra, and they didn't have but like 20 employees, and they gave each one of them a humongous bonus. Glad to see they share like that. Loneliness really gets people. It gets to the heart, as we saw the jailer. Apparently she was lonely, needing a man. We see it once again as a con artist has scammed a mother who was 54 years old. He had to be really good at this, or she needed cataract surgery also. We're not sure which it was, but he convinced her he was Leonardo DiCaprio. He did. He told her that he was enslaved by the Church of Scientology and needed a little cash to get out. Turned out to be a little bit more cash than probably all of us have. Yeah. $800,000 is what he swindled the Texas mother out of. Now, that ain't never coming back.
Yeah.
He may go to jail, but the money's gone.
I would go out on a limb and say Leonardo DiCaprio probably does not need money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, or anybody that's a big star like that, I don't think they're hurting too much for money.
But it's amazing how people give in on it. And a lot of times it's, depending upon your income, it could be at a smaller level. It's still bad no matter what.
Yeah.
But be careful. Those emotions make you make wrong decisions. And if you've got a question, ask a good friend of yours. They're usually level-headed and away from the subject at the moment.
Yeah. I hate scammers, though. I hate that when people...
Like Candace had this little boy in 3rd grade trying to get her to buy him extra milk every day, and she wouldn't do it. She held out and wouldn't give in.
That's right.
You got to draw a line somewhere.
Oh, goodness.
So do you even remember what grade? Let's just ask Candace. Here we go. What grade was it you had your first boyfriend? Kindergarten?
Oh, goodness. I don't even know.
3rd grade?
I don't know.
When was it that you thought boys are cute?
I don't know.
She's trying to say 27.
I just remember getting in a fight with one on a dirt mound in the 1st grade.
Well, there you go. That kind of describes Candace to a T.
Yeah.
A fight on the playground.
Yeah, there might have been a little hair pulling going on there. I'm serious.
Should I even be sitting next to you?
I just remember, because the girls back then, we would be out on the playground and the boys would bully the girls. You can't come over here and play. And they were on this big dirt mound. And I do remember I was going on that dirt mound. Wasn't nobody stopping me. So, yeah.
Ooh. Anita says that is a great, Bill said it's a great place for the hotel on the Strip. I have never been to Las Vegas, ever. I'd love to go see that.
Yeah, I've never been either. It would be neat to go see.
Just to say I looked.
Lots of people are going to Las Vegas, though. Every time I turn around, I'm going to Las Vegas. I'm like, well, dang.
Mary Hayes said they had cooties, those little boys.
I really had cooties, yeah.
John says you're still bossy.
Yeah, I am.
Now,
I'm not bossy. I'm not. Now, my husband might disagree, but yeah. I'm not bossy.
I'm afraid lightning going to come up in here. Let me separate this chair.
It just depends on what it is. If I'm bossy,
she's even admitting now she's backtracking.
No, I'm not. I'm just, I'm not bossy. I'm nice. Ask any of my friends.
Okay. They're scared to speak up. This should be concerning for everyone, the next line that I read here. And this is national news. You can find it in most places there, where Biden says the leaked Supreme Court opinion to overturn Roe versus Wade is good. Good for Democrats. He trashes those that are voting for Trump. But it is never good. I don't care what side of the fence. If Trump was in there and he said it was good, I would disagree with him. When secret information leaks to the public that should not be is never good. It's not good for our country. Mm-hmm. We watched this so many times. Even when Trump was in office, he'd have a meeting and someone would leak out what happened. Mm-hmm. There was nobody that was trustworthy there. Now the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, can't wait for a decision to be made. This could be astronomical damage to our country. Mm-hmm. If they'll do that, they'll do more. It should be concerned. I don't agree with you, Joe, on this.
Well, he makes he calls them MAGA, the MAGA mob people. He makes everybody out that is a Trump supporter to be just awful people, like it's a cult or something. I just think it's crazy to me. I don't know, just bashing them.
I know there's people that voted for Bernie, but I don't pick on them. That was their right to go vote for Bernie.
Yeah.
He's a little fella there, up from Vermont. But surprisingly, had a lot of people. But you shouldn't make fun. I don't care what side of the fence you are. Yeah. No matter what you vote, you're an American. You got a right to do that. On the way, we're going to talk about baby formula. Yeah, that is next. We're going to tell you the lowdown, the skinny of what we know at this point on all of this. It's next. Mm-hmm. Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers, because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
If you or a loved one has been in a serious car accident, call attorney Richard Schwartz and Associates.
We'll come to you, work to get you the right medical care, and fight to get you every dollar you deserve. One call, that's all.
Call attorney Richard Schwartz and Associates today.
Angela White chiming in, and I agree with that. Mega Mob is the same sentiment as the basket of deplorables that Hillary made that time. Mike Brantley said, "You've never been to Vegas? The National Finals Rodeo is held there. I'd love to go watch that."
That would be neat.
It'd be neat. Passing the Houston Livestock Rodeo, seeing things like that. Once in a lifetime things. I need to get out more, I know.
Yeah.
As we look at this is going to make a lot of people very angry. As we've seen people sneaking into our country, and it seems as though Joe wants that to happen. You're without baby food. And as I look at all the different pictures, as we mentioned, parents are having to use different baby formulas for the children that they're not supposed to drink because they don't have anything else. Rashes breaking out on children because of this.
Yeah.
And we look at the headline, it says, "This is what America's last look like." As they look at this as pallets of baby formula are being shipped to the border. I'm not, and again, don't take me wrong on this. Babies need food regardless of where they are, but they're taking care of non-Americans before they take care of Americans. They're shipping the baby formula to the border instead of taking care of citizens. People are kind of bent out of shape over that.
Yeah, you should take care of. I'm not saying that. I mean, like you said,
it's a thin line.
It is a thin line. I mean, you want babies to be fed regardless of whose babies they are.
Right.
You don't want anybody going hungry. But when there's parents all over this country, tax-paying American parents who, and even if they're not tax-paying American parents, they've got children. They are citizens of this country. They cannot find formula for their babies, and they're making it. And some of these babies are getting sick because I just think it's crazy. We went yesterday, and I got a can of formula for my daughter because I saw it. But, get down, and even if it looks empty, get down and look, because like underneath the shelves, sometimes they're still there. I did look up and find a can, and I got it for her. So
as we look at it, this is just quick, Mac. Daily Mail put this out, and this is just a view of what you've got here. States that are without. Texas is huge. Mississippi is big time. The white is around the 20%, but anything dark red is over 50%. Not on the shelves there. It's a big problem. They need to start manufacturing again. It's been put on hold is basically what has happened.
Well, I mean, and when you see that you want to say, is it a manufacturing problem or is it a hoarding problem that they're hoarding all this formula and sending it? What exactly is the problem?
We'll see. Another headline this morning I don't think we mentioned was the Twitter sale has come to a pause. Yeah. There's a discrepancy over fake accounts, and Elon has said, hold on, we'll see what happens. He thinks it will continue to go through, but it is paused for the moment. That's a headline, big news today.
There was a financial analyst guy who's on Fox, and he said that it could have to do also with him trying to get a better price,
Could be. Now, here's a headline that kind of never thought of it ever happening, but a group of parents are suing their son. Why? They sent him to college, they sent him to the best school, and they spent a lot of money on his wedding. And they said they want their grandchild. He hasn't produced one, and they are suing their son. I kid you not. What do you say to that?
Goodness. That's odd.
I'm speechless over that.
Now, what do you say to that?
It's just some.
Yeah. Was that in did they have a contract? You got this amount of time to produce a child or
right.
else?
I have mercy. Also, as we look at this, more of this cryptocurrency falling, coming apart on the stock market scene, that's another big headline today. Yeah. If you've got money in there, the odds are you're going to lose some before it's all over. Josh Dugar's wife and his mother has begged the judge for leniency when they do the sentencing. It has not happened yet. Of course, he's up for pedophile charges. Tons of stuff on his computer. What will happen, we don't know. But the odds are it's going to be a lengthy time in jail. They were able to prove all of this on him. It wasn't made up or any of that. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. We want to say thank you for dropping by. The weekend is here. The Clydesdales are in town, and the Threefoot Festival is here as well.
Yes, it's going to be a busy weekend.
Yeah, can't pay for your taxes because it's flooded. Lauderdale County Courthouse.
Yeah. But Scotty Ray will update you for any other information on that, I'm sure.
We will do. Thank y'all for dropping by.
Have a great weekend.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: